Good morning, Facebook peeps and realtor peeps. Today I want to talk about branding. What exactly does that mean? Well, here's a quick story for you. I remember when I got my real estate license back in 2000, and I wanted to brand myself different than what everybody else was doing. I would get business cards of people, and I would look at their card, and I would read their name, and I would look at their picture and look at them and look at their picture, and their picture was completely different than what was on what I'm looking at in their face. And I thought, oh my God, when was the last time you updated your pictures? In fact, there was one realtor that I remember that I met, and she was, oh, my hat's messed up. She was pretty hot in the picture. And then when I met her, I looked at her going, oh my God, you've gotten old. I didn't say that, but I thought it because she used a picture that was 30 years old. So I wonder how many other people thought that when they saw her picture. The other thing is that a lot of people will use a glamour shot, which is so fake and not real at all. And so people are laughing at you behind your back because you won't go spend $100 on getting a new picture. Well, what I did is I went and I did something a little bit different. I went to the mall in Louisville, and I got a caricature made of myself. And the guy that did the caricature made me 4 different caricatures. He said, pick one. And I picked the one, and I used that as my branding. I've used that now for the last 18 years. And people saw that caricature. They didn't really know me personally, but they saw the caricature and they recognized me. I remember I was at a training a couple of years ago, and there was a guy named Tim Davies who's a big time teacher in the mortgage industry for Movement Mortgage. And I asked him a question, and he said, what is your name? And I said, it's Robert Russell. He goes, that name sounds familiar. I said, you might have recognized my caricature. He goes, oh, yes, I do know who you are now. He remembered me because of my caricature. So when I talk about branding, I don't want to talk about just a picture that you're using on your business cards, but I want to talk about some other things. Many of you are putting the company that you or the brokerage that you're with on your Facebook page. You're putting EXP, or you're putting Remax, or you're putting Keller Williams. Well, I got bad news for you. You are not Keller Williams. You are not EXP. You are not Caldwell Banker. They are spending money on their own branding. They don't need you to promote them. You need to promote yourself. Promote you. Because if anything ever happens and you leave and you let people know that you are a realtor, then you can carry your branding on with you after you leave that brokerage. That's just the simple facts. I remember one time I sponsored a soccer team. And I told the guy, I said, I want my name with the company that I'm with. Well, he decided that he was going to take my name off and put the company. I was with Remax at the time. So on these shirts, he put Remax. And I paid him a lot of money for that branding. I said, no, dude, that's not what I paid for. I paid for my name and Remax. You put just Remax. I'm not paying for that. Well, we got into a big fight, and he ended up not charging me because I'm not Remax. I'm Robert Russell. I'm a realtor. I just happened to be with Remax at the time. So here's another point that I want to make on branding. Many of you are what I call secret agents. That means that when I look at your About page, you don't have your email address, you don't have a phone number, you don't have a website, but yet you're bitching and crying because you don't have any business. Well, hello, It's because you're trying to keep what you do a secret. Why are you keeping it a secret? You need to post your information out there to everybody. That's why you're on Facebook, for people to see you and relate what you do with your contact information. But if you make it so hard that people can't find you, then nobody's going to call you. It's just that simple. Use some common sense. You know, somebody told me a long time ago to think of branding as running for public office. You want to let people know what you do. You know, a lot of people I see, especially in the Dallas market, they walk around with a name tag. I think that's kind of hokey, but I would never do it. But it at least tells people what you do. Go out and spend some money, get some shirts with your name and what you do on your shirts. It doesn't cost that much. Make sure that you brand your car. I remember back in the year 2000, I got lettering put all over my car. I was one of the first realtors to do that. After that, many people caught on to that. And then in Flower Mound, 5 years later, almost every realtor is doing it. So I took mine off because I didn't want to be like everybody else. So what I want you to think about is do what everybody else is not doing. Do that. Just kind of a side note on the caricature. I remember when I got the caricature made, my wife at the time, she said, "You're not going to use a character, are you?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Nobody is going to take you serious." I said, "I don't care. They're going to at least know that when we're doing real estate, we're going to have fun and they're going to remember my picture." So back to branding. Make sure you brand yourself in the right way. Don't brand the company. They don't need your help. They're doing fine without you. Brand yourself. Let people know what you do, not exactly who you're with. You know, many of you are so adamant on letting people know that you're with Keller Williams. You're not letting them know what you do, or you're with Remax, or you're with EXP, or you're with Coldwell Banker. Take that crap off. I mean, I know that the NAR says you have to disclose that on there, but quit promoting so much the brokerage that you're with and promote yourself. Nobody gives a crap about who you're with. They really don't. When it comes down to it, they don't care. Which brings me to another story. I'm full of stories, right? I remember when I was talking to a friend of mine, he was thinking about leaving Remax and going independent. And his name was, I'm not going to say his last name, his first name is Jerry. I said, "Jerry, here's what I want you to do. I want you to call 10 of your clients and ask them this simple question. Say, what brokerage am I with? And if they don't know the answer, then that tells me that the brokerage that you're with is not important to them. They're doing business with you. So quit thinking that because you're with a special company or a different brand that everybody's heard of, that people are going to do business with you because of that company." Here we go with another story. I remember a realtor who was with Remax. She was thinking about leaving Remax and going with a different company. And she was kind of a bitch. I mean, just flat out bitch. And she asked me, she said, "What do you think people are going to think if I go to a different company?" I said, "Well, if you're a bitch with Remax, you're still going to be a bitch with somebody else. So who cares?" So that's my words of wisdom on branding for today. If you have any questions for me, give me a call, 972-679-9029. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.